Morning to one and all present here. Today I'm going to share about a small article regarding reinforcement learning. So what do you mean by reinforcement learning? It is a third type of a machine learning algorithms. So as we have seen in the previous videos, what are the supervised learning algorithms and machine learning and unsupervised learning algorithms and its types. So in this video we are going to see reinforcement learning, which is also a part of machine learning algorithms, in this type of machine learning algorithm it enables an agent to learn in an interactive environment by trial and error using a feedback from its own actions and experiences. So the goal is to find a suitable action model that would maximize the total cumulative reward of the agent. So the first technique is the Q learning. So Q learning is a reinforcement learning policy that will find the next best action given a current state. It chooses this action at random and aims to maximize the reward. Q learning is a model free of policy reinforcement learning that will find the best course of action given the current state of the agent. Depending on where the agent is in the environment, it will decide the next action to be taken. The objective of the model is to find the best course of action given its current state. To do this, it may come up with rules of its own or may operate outside the policy given to it to follow. This means that there is no actual need for a policy, hence we call it off policy. Important terms in Q learning. The states. The state S represents the current position of an agent in an environment. The action A is the step taken by the agent when it is a particular state, and rewards. For every action, the agent will get a positive or a negative reward. And here comes the episodes. When an agent ends up in a terminating state and can't take a new action. Q values used to determine how good an action A taken at a particular state S is Q of A, S. Temporal difference. A formula used to find the Q value by using the value of the current state and action and previous state and action. Algorithm. It starts with a set of environmental states of the agent called as S, a set of possible actions that can take in those states called as A, and value for each state or action pair that we will call Q. At each time step, the agent observes the current state of the environment and selects an action to take based on the Q value of each possible action in that state. The Q value is an estimate of the expected cumulative reward of taking a particular action in a particular state and following the optimal policy hereafter. The Q values are learned through a process called temporal difference learning, where the agent updates its estimate of the Q value based on the difference between the observed reward and its previous estimate of the Q value. The updated rule for Q learning is given by a formula called Q of S, A. Is an estimated Q value for taking an action A in state S. And also here R is the observed reward for taking action A in state S. S dash is the resulting state after taking action A, and alpha is the learning rate and gamma is the discount factor. The max Q of S dash, A dash term represents the maximum Q value for any action A dash, the resulting state S dash. Through repeated interactions with the environment, Q learning converges to the optimal Q values and optimal policy. Q learning is widely used in various applications such as game playing, robotics, and autonomous driving. RL algorithms can be categorized into value-based, policy-based, actor-critic methods. So what do you mean by value-based? So the value-based methods learn the optical value function which estimates the expected cumulative reward for each state action pair. And next is the policy-based methods learn the optimal policy directly without estimating the value action. The final is the actor-critic methods combine both value-based and policy-based methods by learning an actor which selects actions based on a learned policy and a critic which estimates the value function. So here we have learned so far what is machine learning, and then what are the types of machine learning algorithms like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Thank you.